Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to do another project using Photopea. These instructions are extremely similar to the instructions that I would give you if you were doing this in Adobe Photoshop. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to create a new project, and I'm going to stick with print and letter because that's the size that we can print in Shop. So I'm going to hit create, and this time instead of just creating something using the brush tool, I'm going to start by bringing in some photographs. So I'm going to go to File, Open and Place, and I already took the time to download some things. This is a photo of Leslie Knope. If you do not know who she is, she's a character from Parks and Rec, and I want to be her when I grow up. So the first thing I want to do is I want to resize the picture of Leslie. So if I go to the corner of the picture, I can drag the picture larger. If I pull her too long, she'll get really stretched out and not look very good. If I pull it too far, she's also not going to look really good. So really quickly, I don't like that. I'm going to make it go away. So I'm going to do Edit, Undo. This time I'm going to hold the Shift key when I do this, and it's going to make it so she stays proportional, doesn't get stretched out. So even though she doesn't take up the whole background, I'm not really worried about that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a picture of me and Leslie. Once I'm happy with the position and the size, maybe I'll make her a little bigger, I'm going to hit return, and now the picture is set. So one thing I want to do is I want to take the time to erase the background on this picture. So there's a couple different ways that I can do this. I'm going to find my eraser tool, which is right here. I can change the size and hardness of it, and it's going to automatically give me a little pop-up. It says Smart Object must be rasterized first. Rasterize? That's Photopea's way of protecting your project. We want to be able to erase and change everything, so we're going to say yes, we would like to rasterize. So we're going to hit OK. Ultimately, what rasterize means is it means that we can turn it into individual little pixels that we can alter. So if you were to take our shop as a permanent student, I would definitely spend some time teaching you about that. So at first glance, I'm just going to kind of get close to just get a little bit tighter on her head. Now, if I make a mistake, there is this history tool that shows up here, and I can do edit undo, or I can do edit step backwards and get back to the state that, you know, I didn't mess up her head. Okay, a way that I could probably do more work is if I can zoom in. There is a zoom tool. If I want to zoom out, I can switch it from plus to minus. This will allow me to do more detailed work. So I just got to go back to my eraser tool, and I can go in here and just erase closer to her. You're going to want to make the brush a little bit smaller and play around with the settings. That might be too small as you get closer to the head. Sometimes what I like to do is kind of clean up and do like an edge, like a nice clean edge, and then make my brush a little bit bigger and kind of like use that as my guide. There's another way we can do it. There's this thing called the lasso tool, and this makes a selection, and I can trace this area and then simply hit delete, and I can soften it up with the eraser after, but I can go and do delete. Now, for all intensive purposes, I'm kind of rushing this just to show you guys. So let's pretend I've done a really perfect job, so that way you can see the work get done. Okay, oops, didn't mean to hit that button. Okay, so if I wanted to clean it up a little bit, I could go to my eraser and make it look a little bit cleaner. But let's just say we're really happy with that. I'm going to go to my zoom and zoom out again. I missed a little bit of her jacket, and what I'm going to do, I keep missing that eraser tool, I don't know why. Just going to clean that all up. Okay, so Leslie is all set, and now I'm going to hang out with Leslie. She is my hero. So I'm going to go to File, Open in Place, and this is a picture of me. Bonus points if you know who I'm in this picture with. So, same process as before, edit. You can also do transform. This is another way of sizing things. Remember, if I hold shift, I won't get stretched out. If I let go of shift, I get stretched out. So I'm just going to hit edit, undo. So I can either click on this and the little arrows will automatically show up, or I can do edit transform. So I want this to be a picture of myself, Hugsy, and Leslie. So I'm kind of guessing on the placement, but what I'm going to do right now is hope that that looks good. So I hit return to kind of set that. So I want to make sure I'm on the Hugsy layer, and just to go a little bit quicker, I'm going to use the lasso tool, and it's giving me the same question, the smart object must be rasterized. So an easy way of rasterizing that layer is to use the eraser tool. And I'm going to hit OK because I want to rasterize. I want to edit it. I want to delete. So you can use the eraser. You can use the selection tool to make all of this stuff go away. So right there, it's not perfect, but I've got a picture of myself, Leslie, and Hugsy from Friends. The next thing that I would do is I would probably think of adding a really creative background. So maybe it's Leslie and myself in Disney World, or we're at the beach, or somewhere else. I'm not really sure. But I just wanted to show you how to get rid of the background on different pictures.